Okay, guys, I have to tell you, I was watching a video, and the whole point of this video was just to take a look at a pedal that I'm interested in. Um, and the guy in the video somehow mentions he got the pedal from Buy or Borrow Music. And I was like, Buy or Borrow? Because I was thinking sometime years ago, I was talking to people and saying, man, it'd be cool if I could just borrow pedals or different things I want to try out, not only for my YouTube channel, but also because I just have interest in it, and then just be able to return it and not have to, pay the full amount for the item just to try it out. Because we all know you can't go in most stores and find every item that you want to try out, especially boutique pedals. It's very much almost impossible. So, hearing him talk about this, I got excited. So I checked it out, buyorborrowmusic.com. And let me say, it seems like it's legit. Now, I talked to the owner. He is a startup company that he's doing. They do not run credit checks, I should say, unless you go with their headliner package, and then they do a soft credit check. But he seems like a really cool guy, and they offer insurance for the items that you buy, which covers, scratch, dents, things of that nature. Of course, it doesn't cover theft, so you would want to make sure that you are very conscious of that. But I figured I would take you through the site and just kind of show you what they have to offer. Again, they're not paying me. I'm actually paying them to use the service. I'm going to try it out and see how I like it. But here's some of the things they have. They also offer not only different payment plans, but opportunities to where you can purchase the merchandise at a lower rate, because you are borrowing stuff that's obviously going to be used, right? So keep that in mind. You're borrowing it with the purpose of just trying it out to see if you like it. Now, I understand not everybody will be able to do this. It does cost, and you want to keep that in mind when you're going into this. This is for someone who is really interested in using, the pedals and the keyboards and the different things that they offer. Some things are more expensive, so you want to keep that in mind. All right, so let's go to pedals, just because that's what I'm interested in right now. So you'll see how they break down all the different categories that you can look at. Here's some popular products. Here's the different effects and the pedals they do, amplifiers. I'm going to look at recording gear. So you'll see they have speakers, they have some pro audio stuff, as far as even DI boxes, audio mixers, compressors. There's guitars for those that are interested, solid body electric guitars. And then if you go here, you can see all the different gear. So let's talk about the plans. There's 3 plans. One's an opener, one's a pro, and one's a headliner. I'll show you in a second what all of them mean. There's different brands you can search by, categories, and even the price. Because you can go in here and just buy items from them. It is buy or borrow. That's kind of cool. So the easiest way to find something is use this little search up here and just type it in if you're interested. For instance, if you're interested in a push 3, here you go. So push 3, and then you look here and you'll see what they are. So this is the headliner because it's a push 3. It's the latest one. This is the pro. So if you're in the pro bracket and you buy into that plan, then you can get anything that has pro on it or opener. So you can get one of those items, and I'll show you that in just a second too, even more. Obviously, the headliner is the big ticket stuff. You can get into that. So let me go to their plans right here. Our plans. Okay, so here they are. Now this is monthly. You can cancel anytime. And again, I will not tell everybody to do this because some people need it or want it to be able to try out gear, and some people don't want to do that. They would just rather buy what they know. But again, if you read right here, become a member to borrow gear on demand from our totally awesome inventory. No commitments, pause or cancel anytime. Okay, so maybe you just try it out because you want to. You can sign up for the first two, but the headliner requires you be on a waiting list. And you'll notice on the headliner is the only one that you're going to be borrowing multiple items at once. So keep that in mind. You get to swap gear on all of them 30 days after each shipment, and you earn 100 loyalty points every month on the opener, 200 on the pro, and then 500 on the headliner. So this is really good. So I would say join the membership club or join the club first. After you join the club, then you can, decide whether you want to sign up or not. Now, I signed up for the pro, and the reason why I chose this option mostly is because these loyalty points and because I want the pro options. Otherwise, if you're okay with the opener stuff, you can go with that. So let's take a look at some more items because that's what we're here for. And let's try all gear. And we'll go to plan type. This way you can just kind of see what's available. So remember, opener and pro, both are options under the pro. So here's some of the things. They have microphones that you can borrow. There's Novation circuits. Just about anything you can think of. Now, I'll tell you now, there's some stuff on here I would say just buy the item if you're going to get it. Here's why. Because if an item is below $200, I mean, you probably wouldn't want to rent that. I think it would be kind of pointless. This is really good, in my opinion, for big ticket items. And you notice I'm telling you whatever I want to say because they're not paying me or giving me anything to do this. I'm just doing it because I think it's a great option for me personally. And I think for some others, it may be an option that they want to do too when they want to try out certain gear. So my channel tends to be more leaning towards, if I'm not doing iOS or desktop stuff, when it comes to gear, it's going to be like the MPC, things of that nature. Sometimes a mixer every now and then I might show you. But I want to get into the pedal market because I play guitar, but also because a lot of these pedals that I like, you can use them with your gear, like the SP404. So for instance, if you're interested in the SP, let's see what they have under the 404. So it looks like they don't have the 404. Maybe I should just type in SP404. Oh, they do. Okay, never mind. All right, so here's the SP404. You can add it to your borrow list. Let's see. Borrow this item. So the pro plan is 40, and you can get this under the pro. Obviously, it's right here. It shows you it's the pro plan. And yeah, so this is pretty good. So you can get an SP404 if you never tried one, but you're interested. Maybe you just want to try it for a month. And $40 is not too bad. Because if you think about it, if you go to a store and you got to pay the $500 out of the pocket, might be a bit much to take on, but $40, and you know that you're helping a startup company, and at the same time, if you decide to keep going with the plan, you can try other items. You're not stuck to just one. But remember, you can only get one per month. So make your choices accordingly. Let's see. Let's look at some other stuff. Let's see what they have from Akai. So if you see down here, if you type in the name of the company, you can see everything they have. So here you go. And all the Akai stuff is under plan and opener, so that's good. So if you get the pro plan, you pretty much can get any of these things. Now, I would not tell somebody to borrow this. This Akai LPK. You can usually get these for about $50, and if you're paying $40, I mean, you might as well just go ahead and pay the $50 and buy the thing. Things like that, I wouldn't say borrow, in my personal opinion, though somebody may want to, so that's not to say you can't or you shouldn't. These type of ticket items are like, I don't know, 50, they're like what, $200, less than $300. Probably want to buy it. Like an MPK Mini, just buy the thing, because you're going to spend $40, you might as well just pay for it, right? So a lot of the opener items are items that you could, in theory, just go to the store and probably buy it. That's my only thing I'll say I probably don't see the value in personally, but I don't know everyone's situation, and there may be some value to this for other people. Like, for instance, if you want to try an MPC 1000 and see how it works, it's under the Pro, this will be your opportunity to try it and not have to commit to buying one used and then fixing it. So I think this, personally, is a good choice, right? This is something that will be a valuable asset to try under this plan. The MPC, same thing. If you're unsure but you want to try one of these MPCs to see if you would like it, because right now, even on the used market, you could probably get this about $500. Same thing here, probably like $400 or $500. So this will be a good thing to try. These items to me make a lot of sense, and I think the Pro plan probably is the best choice for those type of items. Okay, again, I'm not telling you what to do, just showing you what's out there. I already showed you Ableton stuff. Let's talk about Maschine. So there's that Maschine MK3. If you want to get it, you need to be under the Pro plan. 5 to 7 days it ships to you, and you have to get it shipped back. Now, the question I always had, and they'll have to answer this, and I'll have to do some more deep dive on it, is I wonder if they send you the return label when you're under this plan. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll need to check the frequently asked questions, which is like right here. All right, so let's do this. Does my membership payment go toward the purchasing? They're not a rent-to-own company, but they do give you opportunities to purchase the gear at a discounted cost, I think is what it is, or a reasonable cost. How long can you borrow? Opener is 6 months, 12 months on the Pro, and then unlimited for the headliners. So what that means is you could keep one item if that's all you wanted to try for about a year. You're going to be paying the $40 a month. So I would not suggest to do one item like that. If you get an item after a month and you realize this is a keeper, you probably should look into buying. This is a great option for honestly just demoing the gear and trying it out to see if it's something you like. How do you request? You sign up, you make a list. I can show you that. That's pretty easy. How long does it take to get your shipment? I think it's 5 to 7 days on most stuff. You can only swap once every 30 days. They offer a damage protection. Again, it does not cover, where is it? It doesn't cover if you lose the item or it's stolen. I think that's, yeah, see, it says here it does not cover loss. So stolen or any type of loss like that is on you. So make sure you keep that in mind and be protective of this type of gear. Don't be reckless, right? With regards to returning, You request a return label directly from the borrow list simply by navigating to them. So that's pretty easy. Or you can chat with them. They do chat pretty well and they respond pretty favorably fast, especially being a startup because, everything is still new. Security deposits are generally not required under Opener and Pro memberships. I think the only one that they might require, or the only way it says, in some cases you may need to charge a refundable security deposit to activate your membership. So it just depends on the person. Obviously, we don't want to be reckless when it comes to stuff. Be careful with that kind of stuff. Do you require credit checks? No on the Opener and Pro, but I think the Headliner does, if I'm not mistaken. They do a soft right here, a simple soft pull credit check. So keep that in mind if you decide to go that route. I think you can cancel anytime, and you have to ship back the item within 72 hours of pausing or canceling. So you want to be mindful of that. If you pause or cancel, a new shipment is pending or in progress, there'll be a $25 cancellation fee incurred to redirect the shipment back to us. Is pending or in progress. So again, make sure you read this before you sign up so that you know what you're getting into if you decide to go this route. See, I'm going to skip some stuff. You can switch out. The Headliner has so much more to offer by being able to swap them out individually because you have 3 items at a time. So if you're into that and want to go that route, keep that in mind. What does the max value mean for each of the plans? It's referring to the minimum price, right? Minimum price, purchase price cost of the items you borrow. So Pro members can borrow single items up to 1,000 maximum purchase price. So that's good to know for insurance purposes too, that if the max price on that item is $1,000 less, you pretty much know if you want to get the insurance what you need to get. All right, what is the VIP and how do I borrow? Again, read some of this yourself. I'm not going to read everything. They already talked about ID. So this is something to keep in mind. They do ID checks. And basically what I had to do was a picture of front and back of either your passport or your driver's license. And then they do like a selfie, right? So it's about 30 seconds. It was pretty quick. I have to say it was the quickest thing ever. And obviously they're loaning out expensive equipment to you and they don't know you that well. So think about that. This is for their protection and really yours too when it comes to borrowing something. Do you charge shipping for items I borrow? We charge fulfillment fees each time an item is sent out. And I think that fee covers the round trip shipping. So I think I saw fees as low as like $4.99, and the highest one I saw was $25. But think about it, they're paying for you to get it. Well, you're paying for it technically at that point, but you're having to have shipping going both ways. So it's not free to borrow. And that's known fact. If you go to Guitar Center or any of these places, they charge to rent gear, right? But what is good about it is you get to experience it for a month, and obviously you can go longer if you want to, but you get to experience it for a month, and then you don't have the heavy cost of purchasing something outright. Now, if you know you want something, then it's probably the one thing that you don't need to worry about borrowing. Let's see here. All right. So What else is there? Okay, one more thing that I thought about that was really cool, and I was looking at get involved down here is sell your gear. So typically we go into Guitar Center, right, and we try to sell our gear. And Guitar Center gives you 40 to 60% of what it's selling for on eBay, right? Completed. That's their general way of looking at it. A lot of times they lowball you. I'm gonna be honest, they do. If you settle for it, then you know what you got. So here you have an opportunity to get a quote, right? For an item. You can show pictures of your product. You can show a video of the product. You can even do a video link from YouTube if you have that. Put your information and then submit it, and then they'll either call you or text you with a quote, right? Whichever one you decide you want to do. So that's kind of nice. I personally think that if after trying this company out, I'll tell you my honest opinion, you already know. But after trying them out, once I get my first shipment, then, which I'll do a video on too, then I'm going to consider them as a possibility to maybe sell to in the future. We'll see, depending on what their offering amounts are. And hopefully they at least meet Guitar Center's price of 60%, because if they don't, then yeah, it would be pretty bad to try to sell to somebody if you can't get at least that. All right, recording gear. What was I going to say? All right, so last but not least, they offer some deals where you can go in and you can purchase stuff. So you want to do your due diligence to see brand. Here's some of the brands they have. Let's check this Walrus audio stuff. Cool. So I don't know what these pedals cost. I would have to look each one up. This is their cost as to what they're selling it. These are some opener items, looks like. So the smaller items, which makes sense. Let's check out Earthquaker. Here's some of the Earthquaker stuff they offer. So compare the prices to what you see people selling online. These are used items, as far as I know. And yeah, see if it's something that you might be interested in. And I think all of their items can be purchased, if I'm not mistaken. Even when you're looking at items that aren't in the deals, because these are just the hot deals. But yeah, you can go into any of the gear and purchase just about any of them. All right. I spent a lot of time on this. I only doing it because I actually am going to try it, which I've already signed up for. I'll let you know how it goes in a future video. And yeah, we'll go from there. This is a really cool opportunity if you're interested in trying out gear and not having to pay the full price for it. So keep that in mind if you want to. And that's it for this video.